And off we go in 3, 2, 1.
You have a lot of experience with bounty hunters, do you?
That is a silly question. I am here to settle my father's affairs.
All alone?
Well, I'm the person for it. Mama was never any good at sums, and she could hardly spell cat.
Who the hell is King Willie?
The morning stream, 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 the morning stream.
I love the smell of polyurethane in the morning. This is the morning stream.
Morning stream, morning stream, morning stream.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to TMS. It's the morning stream for Wednesday, January 29th, 2020. I'm Scott Johnson. He's Brian Ibbett. Good morning.
Good morning. A wild magmar appeared, and so I just caught it.
Oh, in your room there? In your office?
In my room. Yeah, just appeared, and
in my room.
I swear, you know, this is like this'll make sense to the 8 people who are familiar with Pokemon, but Magmar is just the dumbest looking Pokemon.
What is he? Like a little fire guy or what?
He looks like a chicken dinosaur with Ed Hardy flames all over him.
Oh wow. Okay. That is dumb.
Yeah,
sounding.
here's a I mean, I don't know how well you can see him.
Oh yeah, we can totally see him. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, he's a little fire chicken dinosaur.
It's a fire chicken. Yeah, fire chicken dinosaur.
Yeah, I think he's a better. Yeah, you can see his little tail.
All right. Well, I mean, you're catching stuff I've never seen. I've never seen one of those.
Stop, drop, and roll, Magmar.
I guess if I'd have kept playing after 2016, I might have seen
right.
that character. I assume he's not one of the original OG Pokemon.
I think he is Gen 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's an evolution of a Mag Baby or something. I don't know. I can't keep track.
Mag Baby. All right, well,
Mag Baby.
Good to be here. Good to have you all here. By the way, I've gotten hooked on a new kind of tea lately, and I'm going to ask Gwen about this.
Ooh, okay.
It's you know what chicory is? It's like a root.
Yeah. Usually think of chicory with coffee. With I associate it with New Orleans coffee that you have with a beignet.
Yeah, that's true. In fact, Kim mentioned
and
that.
I don't like it.
Yeah. For some reason, I really like chicory on its own. Don't know why.
So chicory tea you do,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. And it's still got kind of a, I don't know, it's still kind of smoky and what you think of as chicory, but it's, I don't know, I'm kind of hooked on it. I really like it.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Let me see if she does any of that, and if they do, I may have to grab me some.
Yeah, and you know what? And I would totally try a chicory tea because I think it's the flavor and how it clashes with coffee flavors why I don't like chicory coffee.
Oh, okay.
But chicory tea, because you know I like fusions or infusions. I like blends. I like flavored teas. So I probably would like.
Yeah, you might like it.
I'd probably like chicory tea.
It's got a nice. It's not bitter, but it's not sweet. It's like something in between. It's hard to explain. No sugar in there, and I don't know. I like it. Chicory. It's what fixes what ails you. I don't know.
I like Blue Ridge John. I think did this yesterday too, and I love the fact that he does this. Is that he throws the Wikipedia entry into chat when we talk about something like this.
Yeah, not the link, the actual text of like the top paragraph. Right. I love that.
This is a somewhat woody, perennial, herbaceous plant of the dandelion family Asteraceae, usually with bright blue flowers, rarely white or pink.
Wow. Here we see the male attracting the female. That's amazing. Keep that up there, Blue Ridge John. And was going to say something about something. Oh, supposedly chicory has some sort of natural caffeine-like quality to it. I don't know what it's called, but it's not like full-blown caffeine. It's something else. Maybe the chat will chime in on that as well.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I don't know what it is, but I do get a little bit of a buzz out of it, a little bit of an energy spike, but it's not too harsh, and I don't like harsh. I'm a fan of just kind of the mellow approach to everything, and it's very good. I don't know, you call that dirt caffeine or freaking, you know, you got the root caffeine root. I don't know what that is. Root fiend. There you go. Root fiend. Anyway, it's good stuff. All right. So sorry about yesterday. If you're listening, going, man, wasn't there a show yesterday? No, there was not a show. Normally, now I get these very occasional migraines, like hardcore, knock me out, put me in the dark, don't talk to me kind of migraines. But I only get them very rarely, and they're almost 100% tied to when a storm's rolling in. It's the only time. And some people may say, that's just an old wives' tale or something like that. But I would say, no. I got like barometer. Here's what they ought to do. I should work for the National Weather Service or maybe the Weather Channel. Don't care which. And they should just put me in a room and just check on me once in a while and say, how you feeling? Oh, I feel a headache coming on. Oh, there's a big nor'easter coming into the northeast. Get ready.
Right.
So that's my new job. That's what I'm going to do when I retire.
Definitely not an old wives' tale. I mean, pressure affects humans. Like air pressure, barometric pressure. There's, it's not like if your leg's acting up, you get the rheumatism. You're going to know when a storm's coming. No, I mean, stuff like that does make a difference. So
yeah, I wish I just got achy knees or my ankle would flare up or something. That'd be better. I don't want a blinding thing. And here's the thing, usually when I get them, they're at night, if I get them at all, and it's like once every 6 months, maybe that I get something like this, and it's almost always at night and gone by morning. The night before last, it started coming on. I'm like, time to hit the hay, hit the sack, as the kids say.
Sleep it off.
It off. And then I woke up and it had not left, and I didn't really sleep very well either. It was kind of on and off all night. So I just made the call and said, I can't. I'm blinded here. I can't even do a freaking show. So we didn't do a show. So that's what happened yesterday. I'm fine. Nobody worry about it. I don't have tapeworms, as the chat room suggests. There's no tapeworm in my brain.
That's what somebody with a tapeworm would say.
Well,
that they basically eat the part of your brain that makes you think you don't have a tapeworm.
It's like that cat virus that you get from being around with too much cat poo. Have you heard of that thing?
No. Well, okay. Is this related to like why pregnant women shouldn't touch cat poo?
I think there's something about that. Yeah, there's something to go to where like I forget how it goes, but the cat
toxoplasmosa. That's
the one, and it makes you say things or go do stuff or something, doesn't it?
No, that's Ambien. No, I mean it just can harm the baby.
That's Ambien. No,
but speaking of viruses in danger, Apple, they've got their movies, right, that you can rent.
Yeah.
And right now it's Joker, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Hustlers, all of the Best Picture nominees that are available are like taking up almost all of the top 10 on the Apple movie rental list.
Right, makes sense.
Except for one movie that came out in 2011 that all of a sudden, for some unknown reason, is making a splash is resurfacing. Do you want to guess what that movie is?
Yeah, let me think. Let me guess.
A Steven Soderbergh movie. I'll tell you that.
Okay, 2011. You say?
2011.
Oh, geez. Okay. Oh, geez. I don't know. I don't think
it's not Sex, Lies, and Videotape. It's not.
That's way older than that, right?
Ocean's 11 or anything like that. No, it's a movie called Contagion about a China-born virus that goes global, starring Gwyneth Paltrow, Marion Cotillard, Matt Damon, Jude Law.
I forgot about that. I've never seen Contagion. Never seen it. It's the kind of movie I would like, though, because I like movies about the world ending. I like that.
Right. Hot Zone, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's funny that, September 9th, 2011, it came out and largely forgotten until now when you can join everybody else in figuring out how we solve the coronavirus with Lyme.
Yeah.
How do we do it?
How do we do it? Corona with Lyme. How do you do it? Yes. On a beach in Mexico. That's how you do it.
Oh, and Parasite is also rentable. Dude, stop what you're doing. Well, don't stop what you're doing.
All right, goodbye, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow on TMS.
No, in the next few days, rent and watch Parasite with the family.
All right, I'm in. Do you think Kim would like it?
The one in Korean. Kim probably would like it. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. She's not one like me. We're not ones usually for the. We don't like the reading on the screen there. Mm-hmm. We'll do it. Trust me, it's fine.
Yeah.
When we got to do it, we'll do it. But it's a rarity. But I've heard so much good things about that movie that I think I have to do it.
Yeah, do it.
We're gonna do it.
Trust me.
All
My
right.
favorite of the nominees, and the fact that it got ensemble cast at the SAG Awards, speaks volumes to how good it is.
You know what makes me excited about?
Have Matt come over.
Here's what. Oh yeah, get my brother come over. That's true.
Yeah.
He'd probably just talk the whole time and go, "Oh, the translation is incorrect." He'd say.
That would never happen.
Yeah. What was I gonna say about that? Whatever Bong Juk Duke Ho, or whatever. What's his name? Who's the director? Bong
Joon-ho.
Bong.
Oh man, hey, you got me.
Bung. No, not Bung. Come on now. It's not Bung.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's absolutely not.
It's not Bung. Bung is a.
Hold on, I'm
Bong
Joon-ho.
Bong Joon-ho. Whatever he does next excites me because he's starting that big production company in the States. And I loved Snowpiercer, and I love his sci-fi stuff too.
Yeah.
So I want him to just go nuts. Like, let's just go. That's it. This is it. You're the new international darling. Let's make it happen. Make a bunch of rad shit. Blow all our minds. Let's go, Bung Ho Jun.
I'm all over it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that'd
be
be
great. And that is he involved with the Snowpiercer TV show?
Oh, I don't know if he's involved. I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't think he is.
That would be cool if he was, but I think that thing's more like they just have the property, so they're doing their own thing. But
right,
not 100% sure on that. Cool. You know what's good that surprised me? This I could save it for recommendable. Mostly Kim's watched. I've just seen bits and pieces, but she's been watching Broadchurch on Netflix or something. I think it's on Netflix. It's a British thing. Came out a few years, 2013 or something. It's got the guy that everyone says was the best doctor on Doctor Who. Not Matt Smith, the other one.
No, yeah, Purple Man from Jessica Jones.
That guy, David Tennant.
Right.
David Tennant is in it, and then the lady who we always rave about, whose name I also forgot, is in the latest season of The Queen, or sorry, of The Crown. She was in
Helena Bonham Carter.
No.
Oh, Olivia Colman.
Olivia Colman. She's his partner.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
It's like a detective-y thing, and they do like a whole case over 2 seasons, and it's very good. Like, I was really surprised by that. It was something else. And he dons a... Yeah, it's very dark. That's true. He dons quite the Scottish accent for that thing. Not his normal British business.
Oh, interesting. All right, I'll have to check it out. Broadchurch. What's it on?
And I don't want Netflix. And I don't want to blow your mind or anything here.
All right.
Turns out Olivia Colman's very good at things.
Is she now?
Yeah.
I thought she was just good at Oscar speeches.
She's good at those too, but mind you, her acting's amazing. She's very good.
Oh, yeah. Well, you don't have to tell me that. I mean, obviously loved her in The Favorite, but I think Fleabag, her nuanced, passive-aggressive
oh my gosh
character in Fleabag was one of my favorite things about that show.
Unbelievably good at that thing that people do and you want to strangle them for it, but you can never quite say anything. Like she really understands that and nailed that role. She's so good in that. Anyway,
so by the way, that is David Tennant's real accent.
Oh, I thought he was. I've heard his podcast. He doesn't sound like that on his podcast. He sounds like a British guy.
He's playing a character on his podcast so that people can understand him.
Is that true?
No, I don't know about that part, but apparently, according to the chat room, many people saying he is Scottish. That is his real accent.
Oh.
Maybe he emphasizes it for Broadchurch, but
maybe if that's true, then he tones it way down for his podcast because it's nothing like that. So that's crazy. Maybe he knows that it's a little rough for certain ears or something. Well, whatever. They're part of the UK. All right. He's from the UK. There, I got it. Nailed it. The United Kingdom.
If it's like Candyman, if 5 more people in the chat mention that he's Scottish, Ewan McGregor will actually appear from the heavens and rain down on us.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's no good. All right. Hey, check this out.
Hey, yeah.
We're doing a tournament. Brian, explain the details for Vegas tournament thing we're doing.
This is great.
Yeah.
So I reach out to HyperX, and we weren't doing we weren't planning on doing any sort of big paid event for the Viva TMS Vegas thing this year, just because we wanted to keep this one a little bit more low key. Last year was a blast, but it took so much work and so much planning to get involved. We was like, all right, let's just do a calm one.
Yeah.
We'll go out there for the James and Svet wedding, and then we'll have these 2 things on either side of it, bookending that night, to meet up with people and have some fun.
Like a sandwich.
Yeah. So I reached out to HyperX and said, hey, any reason we wouldn't be able to all have a big meetup there at the esports arena? People could rent games, people could get on the machines. We'll hold court in the bar and just take over the that area. They're like, no, we'd love to have you back, and we love you guys. And by the way, Jesus isn't there anymore. No more Jesus.
No more Jesus.
No more Jesus.
What happened to
I don't know
Jesus?
where she is now, but I don't know. But I have a new person that I'm talking to there. So
Dang
like,
it.
all right, cool. This is great. We we plan on to take it over. Then I looked at their calendar a couple days ago and noticed, on that night, every Saturday night in March, I guess, they're having this thing called the Saturday Speedway, and it's a Mario Kart competition.
So good.
Just brackets, you go, they give you Joy-Cons, you play Mario Kart on the big ass screen, you're up on stage, etc. And it's only $10 to enter. It's only $10 to play. So not only do we have an event that we can kind of take over,
Right.
it's super cheap to do it.
Yeah.
And we don't have to charge tickets to everybody and say, all right, well, you're paying this much to come to Viva TMS Vegas and do all this. It's like, oh no, it's kind of built in. You can play if you want. If you want to play, $10. There are 72 spots available. And where are we right now? I should take a look.
Oh yeah, because we did a little early registration when we found out about it, and a few people have gotten in, but not everybody yet.
Yeah. Let's see. I can't even remember.
They know they're in Vegas, right? $10. They realize how cheap that's the cheapest thing I can do in Vegas. My gosh.
It is the cheapest thing you can do in Vegas, and that means, and that's here we go. Smash.gg. Thank you.
Okay. That's right.
Yeah. So the way to sign up, if you want to do this, is go to Smash. We have a link for this, by the way, in the Frog Pants Discord server in the Vegas section. You can find it. But if you go to smash.gg tournament, then you can find it. Just do a search for Saturday Night Speedway.
Yeah.
Right now we are at 14 attendees. And here's the best thing is that everybody who's signing up for this is using the team like there's a place where you can put a sponsor team if you've got one.
Yeah.
Like, I drive for Pepsi. Everybody is putting Frog Pants.
Yeah.
Except for two people, one of whom is Carter.
Is my daughter. Yeah.
who just went as Miss Bean. The other is this person named Samuel, who is probably like looking at this massive like sponsored. Oh my God, where did all these people come from that are all part of Frog Pants?
He's just looking forward to his weekly speedway run to go down there and just have a little fun. And he has no idea. Yeah.
Poning some noobs on the Mario Kart, and all of a sudden the Walmart team is taking over Daytona.
I love that. And I told Carter, I said, hey, you should put Frog Pants on your thing. She goes, oh, I didn't know if that was like an official. I didn't want to. She didn't know that was like a, just a throwaway thing. And I said, I don't think you have to worry about it. Although now that it's all bracketed out, it doesn't actually matter what team you're on, right?
It doesn't matter at all.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. All right. That's what I told her. So she's fine.
So anyway,
she's pretty good at that game, by the way. I'm a little worried about anyone going up against Carter. We'll see how that goes. She's pretty good.
That's funny.
Yeah.
And I think we can even see, let's see, event schedule. There's a way to see the brackets. Here we go, view bracket, and we can see who's playing against each other. And look at this. It's moved around a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So it's me and Shane Maddox. You're playing Bordado.
Ooh, Bordado. Bring it, Bordado.
Greg for Walkman will be playing Carter.
That's awesome, Greg. By the way, Bordado sounds like a really good cheese. Makes me want to eat some cheese. Yeah.
And in a great rebattle, the America's Next Top Podcast rematch, TV's Travis will be playing against Bobby Frankenberger.
Oh, that's great.
Now as people join, things could get moved around here. We don't know what's going to happen, but
because as of a couple days ago, Brian and I were head to head.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, exactly. And
so it's changed. I guess the more people that get added, it just shuffles it around. So that's okay.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bobby's saying Travis is going to go down, but I think it may change, Bobby. You don't know who you're going to end up with.
Yeah, exactly. But I say let's see if we can get 71 of the 72 spots in this tournament, and it's only $10.
Yeah, we really like this place too. They've got great food in there.
They do.
There's lots of drinking for those who would like to partake. There's this is all state of the art computer-y stuff in there. It's cool. Exactly. It's a cool place. If you didn't see the video last year, You can see it muted up on my YouTube channel because something about what we did got a warning about a takedown, so I had to mute a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I don't know
wonder
what.
if it was us disseminating all of our false knowledge about the game Overwatch.
Well, let's see. Blizzard is the one said they would like to take down due to incompetence. Okay, now it makes sense.
They focused for 18 minutes on that stupid velvet rope.
That was so funny. That was so funny because we called that bug and then stayed with it for so long. And they helped us too. The guys in the control room were like zooming around it and trying to look at it.
They were under control of all that. They were fantastic. Those guys over at HyperX. Oh my god,
that was really fun. So, you guys, if you're whoever's coming, just go do this. It's smash.gg. You'll find it. Look for the
or in the, like I said, in the Frog Pants Central chat. There's a link.
Yeah, it's right there. Just go to the
people are already setting up really cool meetups. There's like a Bacchanal buffet trip being organized. I might break my Weight Watchers, like basically eat all the points I get for 2 weeks in one morning for brunch at the Bacchanal buffet.
You'd have to do that.
It is the friggin' bomb.
Is that the one that's in
Caesars?
Caesars, right.
Yeah.
I like Caesars.
I do too.
Yeah.
I've stayed there once and I was in one of the old towers, like, but the location is incredible.
Yeah. We just have lots of cool stuff in there, you know? It's cool stuff to see.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's some great locations. Yeah, we're organizing a dim sum thing. Dim something.
Dim something. We should call it that. It should be the name.
Yeah, we should call it the dim something.
Yeah.
But Mitsula's doing some recon. He has to wait until the Lunar New Year festivities are over because you can't get a table at any dim sum place without waiting an hour and a half.
Oh, I wouldn't. That's interesting. I wouldn't have guessed that.
Oh yeah, so the biggest day of the year for gambling or for Vegas is Super Bowl Sunday. The second biggest day of the year is Chinese New Year.
Wow, I didn't know that. I don't know what I would have thought it would have been. I guess that may as well be it. But what would I think here? What else would there be? I mean, I get Super Bowl. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Obviously,
I think the finals of the Final Four have to be up in the top 5. We're actually going to be there when the Sweet 16 plays, and I'm excited to actually lay down some basketball bets for a change.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah,
put that money down, Brian. See if you can't win some scratch.
Some cheddar.
Some cheddar. Yes, cheddar. I love cheddar. Cheddar's great. I love that. Or bread.
Yeah,
we don't say that anymore. Bread. Yeah. That's because Oprah ruined it when she said, "I love bread."
Does it say anything about America that we have probably the most slang terms for something that we have is slang terms for money?
I think that's true. What else do we have more slang terms for? Probably a penis or something.
Well,
right?
Probably, yeah. Money and penis.
Yeah. That says a lot about our culture. Well done. Well done, America. You've done it.
Yeah,
all right.
Exactly.
Well, anyway, more on that as we get closer to it. And
yeah, I think we need to set up what we need to do is make a tiny URL of the sign up thing. Make it, Frog Pants card or something like that.
Yeah, we could totally do that. And by the way, if you are a resident of China, just stay home. Don't come here. Just stay home and leave your contagion there.
I think maybe we should be glad we're not in Vegas this weekend. Because...
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, think about that. I mean, I don't know how many of them are traveling there, but
no.
That thing is gnarly. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to breathe in those spores. I can tell you that much. So be careful, everyone. Especially because, I've been saying how for the last, 6 months or 4 months, whatever it is that you would consider like heavy flu season and cold season, I haven't had anything. So I feel like I'm waiting for something that's actually going to bust through the door and kick me down. And I think this Chinese virus might be it. So stay away. Yes, stay away. I have no immunity to your weird disease. All right. Speaking of weird diseases and whether or not we have immunity to them, now this. Welcome, everybody, to Babble Royale, a little game show we play here on the show, and it features our good friend from South Carolina, Mr. Brian Dunaway. Hello, Brian.
Oh, hi, Mr. Scott and Brian. How are you?
Mr. Brian.
Oh, I'm not a Mr. Brian. Thanks.
No,
Fine.
you're
Well, I was going to say it, and then I was like, that's going to sound right, Mr. Scott, Mr. Brian.
Mr. Scott, Mr. Brian. It'd be Mr. O'Brien. Yeah.
Mr. O'Brien.
You know what would be great for Picard, by the way, because I really liked it. I said this yesterday or on the Monday show, and I'll say it again. I really liked it. I like where they're going. It would be great if they're going to do all this like stunt casting of ex-TNG people. I would love to catch up with somebody like Miles O'Brien and Keiko and their teenage son or whatever, or their 25-year-old son or whatever he'd be now. I want to see people like that, run into what's her name? I can't think of her name now. Or you know what? Visit old retired Captain Sisko because he's a wackadoo and I want to see him again. Let's do that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we'll see how it goes. The daughter? Oh, sorry, Dice Tomato. Miles O'Brien had a daughter. Yeah, maybe it's trans. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, who knows?
I mean, who am I to judge? I'm not here to judge.
Was she an alien?
She was an actual baby.
Well, I mean, yeah, in the really real world, but I mean in the show.
No, in the show, they had Miles and Keiko had a real baby, didn't they?
Oh,
They
that's
had
right.
both. They have.
I remember his wife now.
Wait, they have an alien too?
They have a son and a daughter.
Oh,
The son is born during TNG.
right. So the son was born in 10 Forward when they were being overtaken by possessed Worf, possessed Data, and possessed Troy, right?
That's right. Yes.
Yeah,
That's right. Daughter was born. Molly O'Brien was born in TNG. Son was born on DS9.
Okay.
I wonder how many future births will expose cheating with aliens.
Oh, I don't know, man. Yeah, that's a good point, right? Like, what if Troy's first baby pops out and it's got like it's got blue head with the 2 tentacle things on it, and you're like, oh
Can't
no,
be my baby, it's green.
So, that affair I had with the barber on the Enterprise. Oh no.
Gleep Glorp, you are not the father.
Gleep Glorp. That's what I wanted to call him, was Gleep Glorp.
Gleep Glorp.
All right. Well, Brian. Hello, Brian.
Blind.
It's good to have you here. We're gonna
If I'm blind, I'm lying.
dying. Wait, how's that go? If I'm lying, I'm dying. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Welcome to Babel Royale. We're now gonna welcome a listener as well. Hi. Thanks for holding. Who's this?
This is Mike.
Well, hello, Mike. How are you? Is this Mike from? Hold on, let me guess. I've heard your voice before. Mike from. Crap. Mike, give me a hint.
Trying to think. Stumptown.
Hard not to give it away, probably.
Stumptown, you say?
Oh, Stumptown.
Stumptown Coffee.
Oh, Stumptown Coffee. Nope, I don't know it. Where are you from? It's gonna irritate me.
Portland.
Portland. Gosh dang it.
Portland.
Right. You should have said from Voodoo Donuts.
Yeah, then I would have had it.
Yeah, that was my next one.
That's all right. That was a softball. I'm glad you saved it. Speaking of softballs and saving it, Brian's going to explain the rules today, what you could win, and what Brian and I will have to do to compete with one another.
That's right, Scott. I'm going to be giving Scott and Brian a topic. They're going to go back and forth giving me answers that fit that topic. If one of them gives a wrong answer, repeated answer, or they take too long to come up with an answer, the win is going to go to the other player. Your job is to predict who's going to come out on top based on today's topic. Today, you are playing for a couple of Steam games. Surprise! You're playing for Horizon Chase Turbo and Dark Future, Blood Red States, courtesy of our friend... Wesley. Thank you for these games, Wesley. Dark Future, Blood Red States, and Horizon Chase Turbo. Do you guys remember either of those?
No.
The Horizon Chase Turbo is kind of a throwback to those old arcade racers. I saw it on the Humble Bundle recently, I think, or maybe I just got it in a deal. I can't remember.
No, I don't remember either. But they all sound good to me.
I think the one's kind of new. So
is it?
Shut up, Wesley.
Oops, sorry. That wasn't supposed to happen. All right. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead, Brian.
All right. So your topic today comes to us from Jamie, from TMS Mashups. Jamie.
Yeah.
He scoured a list of cartoons that appeared in the 80s. He scoured that list down to ones that debuted in the 80s and had at least 60 episodes.
Okay.
So we are looking for cartoon television series that debuted in the 80s that had at least 60 episodes.
Okay.
At least 60 episodes.
That's right. At least 60 episodes.
Holy
there are 34
that makes
of them.
it more complicated. Go ahead.
Yes. Did I say at least 60? At least 60 episodes,
60.
and he scoured and found 34 of them. How many can you name?
Okay.
34.
34. So, Mike, knowing that is their topic and knowing that these guys both loved watching cartoons in the 80s, who do you want to go first and who do you think is going to win?
I think I want to have Scott to start and Dunaway to win.
Okay. All right.
Sure.
I'm down to clown with that idea. Brian. Oh no, I'm starting.
Scott starts. Yep.
Let's get He-Man out of the way.
Oh,
He-Man and the Masters of the Universe made its premiere in 1983. 130 episodes for He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
That's a lot of He-Man. A lot.
That is a lot of He-Man.
Too much.
that is
perhaps.
a butt ton of He-Man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, he has the power. All right, Brian.
That's right.
That's right.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja
TMNT.
Turtles.
Mutant.
1987, those premiered. 193 episodes for Teenage Mutant
Tickling up on the 90s there. Got to be careful with that the late 80s.
Oh, but
there.
it
Doesn't matter.
stars.
Yeah,
One of the
some-
stars in the 80s.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
It landed in 1990. It finished in 1996. So it.
All right. Now this next one, I'm going to say it the way my dad would say it. Transformers, robots in disguise.
Transformers, indeed. 1985 to 1989, 130 episodes.
Oh, that's awesome. I love the Transformers.
G.I. Joe is also on there, I bet.
It absolutely is. Premiered in 1985. Went to 1986, at least the initial run only lasted 1 year. But during that time, they released 85 episodes of G.I. Joe. That surprises me that
G.I. Joe.
that its run on here only listed for 1 year.
Now
But,
this isn't limited to like Saturday morning stuff, right?
Oh, I didn't
it's
think about
not, no.
Okay,
No,
then I'll get the Simpsons out there.
Oh, you jerk.
Yeah.
The Simpsons, of course. Yeah, Simpsons, 1989. However many episodes they've done. And,
30 years of
Billion
Simpsons
many.
content.
crazy.
And I still enjoy it all. Fight me. Go ahead, Brian.
Fight me. Okay, let's go.
No, I mean,
Let's fight.
anyone out there listening, fight me if you don't like The Simpsons, or if you're telling me I shouldn't, because I like it just fine. I don't care if you like it, but I like it.
Right.
I still enjoy it. All right, go ahead, Brian.
I'm going to go with the Smurfs.
Smurfs, we talked about on Monday. Premiered in 1981, lasted all the way
I was trying to
1990.
think, 'cause I was like, they didn't start in 79. I kept thinking
Yeah.
about it. I'm like,
It was
no, I don't
close.
think so.
The most number of episodes, by the way, of any show on this list is Smurfs, with 258 episodes of Smurfs.
258. Jeez Louise. I thought there was a lot of He-Man. Nope, there's a lot of Smurfs. All
There's
right.
a lot of Smurfs.
I'm going to say one that's a little obscure, but I just was watching this on Amazon Prime, so I'm going to say Robotech.
Oh,
Robotech.
that's, yeah.
1985, 85 episodes of Robotech.
I
Didn't
like
realize that's available
was
on streaming
staying-
right now.
Yeah, I was staying away. I've been watching it too. I stayed away from Robotech because it's such a iffy thing, right? Because I mean, it actually
Right.
came out during the 70s, but I guess
In Japan,
that run,
yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So interesting.
Yes.
All right, let's see what else they like to watch.
Can only think
I
of
like
one
to
more.
watch. It started in the 80s. I like to watch. Ooh, DuckTales.
DuckTales, good, very good. 101 episodes. That thing premiered in 1987. Made it to the end of the decade. Actually, made it to 1990. 101 episodes for DuckTales.
I thought DuckTales, I had that in my head as a 90s thing. I wouldn't have got that one.
No,
all right.
probably
Thundercats, Ho.
Thundercats,
Thundercats.
ho! 1985 to 1989. Boy, so many of these premiered in 1985.
Yeah.
130 episodes for the Cats of Thunder.
Okay. I was
Cats
worried
of
about
Thunder,
quantity. I
Thunder.
wasn't sure how long it ran, so that's good to hear that I was
Thunder.
good there.
Thundercats. Ho. Oh, I think we should do the Care Bear stare and look at the Care Bears.
Care Bears. Hey, want to guess what year the Care Bears premiered? That's right, 1985. This one lasted all the way to 2006, but only churned out 62 episodes. So I don't know
What?
how. Yeah, like
They had like little movies
20
and stuff.
years.
How
Right.
was that?
I don't know. Don't know where the where the numbering came from, but 62 episodes,
That can't be
1985
right.
to 2006. No, I think there's something.
That's gotta be a typo.
There's something that we're not taking into
Yeah,
consideration.
something's funky there. All right. I'm getting toward the bottom of my stuff here.
Don't touch your stuff.
Yeah, don't get to the bottom either.
Voltron?
Voltron, of course. Voltron, Defender of the Universe, 1984, 1985, 124 episodes
Okay.
for the Voltron.
Phew.
Yeah, Scott's been hitting all the weekday afternoon stuff that went into syndication.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah,
did. I
yeah.
had to go
because
home
those
from
are
school.
the serials. Yeah,
I got home from school, and that's what I watched. That's how it worked. Every day. Didn't do my homework. Went right to the TV. Watch cartoons.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
I
right.
remember starting to watch this series, and I've been trying to think of how long it lasted. Surely it did, because they changed several characters. Okay, I'm gonna go with Muppet Babies.
Muppet Babies.
Muppet Babies.
1984 to 1991, 107 episodes.
Excellent. Wow, that's more than I thought.
Yeah. It's more than the Care Bears? How? What?
Real Ghostbusters.
No, that's a good one.
Real Ghostbusters,
And that was my next one.
1986 to 1991, 140 episodes. Not to be
Okay.
confused with the fake Ghostbusters.
I like
Right.
that show. That show was cool.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
I want to say, now we're getting into the ones that just lasted for a couple of seasons.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. You got to worry about those.
Or
I'm
started
worried
earlier
they
than
didn't
you
last long enough. What's that?
think. Or that started earlier than you think. Like that. I've got a couple in my head
Right.
that I'm a little unsure
got a-
about.
Pretty good recollection of when they started, but okay, I'm gonna go with. This is... I've been thinking about this one, but I'm kind of afraid to say it because I just don't remember if it came out in the 80s or not. But Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Alvin and the Chippy Monks.
There was a
Yep.
big run during the 80s.
There was a huge run during the 80s. Now, obviously, they came out sooner or earlier than that, but there was a
Right.
brand new show that premiered 1983 and ran for 102 episodes called Alvin and the Chipmunks.
I
So-
hated that show so much.
Yes.
Hated it.
Because it ended with a song every episode, right? With the
Yeah.
same looped animation of them
I-
banging drums and stuff.
Yeah.
I hated it as well, but I sure enough watched it.
Yes.
Okay. This is a stretch. I'm a little nervous about this one.
All right.
Johnny Quest.
No!
Dun dun dun.
No! Is that
Johnny
70s?
Quest started in the 70s.
No.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm looking to say. I know there was a second. There was the New Adventures of Johnny Quest.
Yeah, that's
But
that's
that-
Oh, I
recent.
forgot about that one.
That was
yeah.
90s, I think.
That was part of the Fantastic World of Hanna-Barbera, and 13 episodes for that one. The Real Adventures of Johnny Quest, of course, started much more recently.
right.
I'm afraid not.
Damn it! Ah, I knew.
I got a few that I think that
Yeah.
were on my mind, but I wasn't sure. But I want to. I know
This
I only
is-
have like
This is spiking the ball. We should call
Right.
this spiking the ball. in
Yep,
double.
I like it.
spiking the ball,
Go for
baby. Well, I don't think it's gonna be much of a spike because, well, I think Garfield and Friends, which had U.S. Acres and
Garfield and Friends,
Garfield.
121 episodes for Garfield. and
Whoa!
Very
really?
nice.
Holy crap!
Yeah, oh yeah, that thing
Yeah.
lasted forever.
I liked that. What was that Acres thing called? The pig one.
U.S. Acres.
U.S. Acres
Yeah, that
was
was
kind of
his-
cool. I liked it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that was fun.
yeah.
What was his name? Sheldon? No, it wasn't Sheldon.
Sheldon the
What was his
pig.
name? Oh, Orville.
Oh.
No, Orville was the main pig,
Oh.
and then Sheldon was the chicken, I believe. Okay. Anywho, I was gonna also say, I wanted to say Dungeons and Dragons, but I know I bought the DVD box set, and it was the complete series, and it wasn't a lot of them on there. How
Yeah,
close did it come?
not on the list. I don't know. Let me see how. Let's see.
Because it seemed like it just went 2 or 3 seasons, which would have put it like around 50, maybe.
How about his cops
Dungeons
on
and
there?
Dragons TV series. Oh, that was actually produced by Marvel and TSR.
Hmm.
Oh, wow.
1983 through 1985 for a total of 27 episodes.
Oh, is it only 27? Oh my
Yes.
God, they must have been rerunning the same ones over and over again.
Check this
then.
out. Voices provided by, of course, your favorites, Peter Cullen and Frank Welker, who always have
Yeah.
to do that sort of
Yeah.
thing. Also, Willie Ames, Don
Right.
Most, and Adam Rich. So they have
Ralph Mouth.
1/4 of 8 is enough. And
Okay, Can you tell me
Two
if
eighths of it is
can you tell me if on that list is the Mr. T show? Was that on there?
Oh, that
Mr.
was.
T, surprisingly not.
I don't think they had more than 60. That's probably why.
That must be.
Because they were around,
Yeah.
I want to say, like mid 80s through 80s, maybe 3 years, but I don't think that was enough time to get 60 under their belt.
It didn't stay around long. I enjoyed them.
T, yeah, TV series, animated TV series based on the actor. 3 seasons, 30 episodes.
Wow.
Nice.
And he had
I know
his
there was
dog
a-
had a mohawk. That's why I remember it. His dog, he had a mohawk, and then his dog had
And
a
the
mohawk.
dog did as well.
Yeah, it
Yes.
was real stupid.
There was 2 other ones I had in mind.
Bulldozer.
Bulldozer. I didn't watch it, but my sisters watched it, and it seemed like it came out near the end of the 80s, and it was My Little Pony, but I know it's went on forever.
Yeah, there was a My Little Pony and Friends
Right.
from 1986, 1987, 64 episodes. So
Oh.
yep, here's all the other ones you could have said.
Okay.
Adventures of the Galaxy Rangers, Beetlejuice,
Really?
Beverly Hills Teens, Bionic 6, Brave Star.
Oh, Brave!
Really?
I love
Brave Star was in there? I thought
Brave
Brave Star was a short run.
No,
65
I love
episodes for Brave Star.
So good.
Centurions, also with 65
Oh, yeah,
episodes.
yeah.
Chippendale Rescue Rangers,
It. Yeah.
Oh, Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
Defenders of the Earth, Dino Saucers,
Yeah.
Gummy Bears,
Ah,
Keith
But I
Cliff and the
say,
Cadillac Cats.
I remember Gummy Bears and forgot it.
yeah, it sucks.
Here's a couple you're gonna love that you're gonna kick yourself. Jason the Wheeled Warriors
Okay.
Oh.
and Gem, Jem, Gem.
Oh, Jem, she was truly outrageous.
She was truly outrageous.
How long did
Mask,
she last?
she lasted 65 episodes.
Oh, I can't believe Mask made anywhere.
Mask had 75 episodes. Police
Wow.
Academy the series 64 episodes.
What?
Yep.
I didn't even know
She-Ra.
there was a police academy.
Oh, She-Ra, duh.
She-Ra, Princess of Power, 93 episodes. Silverhawks, Spiral Zone,
Yeah, yeah.
and Teddy Ruxpin.
Teddy Ruxpin.
Teddy
had a cartoon.
Ruxpin had.
Yeah.
Teddy
More than
Ruxpin
60?
had 65 episodes.
Were you guys just a little too old for Teddy Ruxpin?
Yes. Oh, yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like a 15, 16-year-old when Teddy Ruxpin landed, and I was not interested in such
Also,
things.
Challenge of the GoBots was one that wasn't on this list, but I confirmed that it is. It did last enough episodes to make it. So,
Well,
Challenge of the GoBots also.
What's it called? Did you say you didn't say Thundar the Barbarian? 'Cause that was a
I
show.
did not
Oh,
say
I
Thundar the
love
Barbarian.
Thundar the
Love Thundar
Barbarian.
the Barbarian. Love those
Oh,
characters.
That's so good, but that's 70s, isn't it?
Let me see. Inspector
I think it was
Gadget,
80s.
Was it?
1983. 86 episodes. So Inspector Gadget should have been on here as well.
Oh,
this
weird. Okay. Well, there you have it. Oh,
Frank Welker provided voices on Inspector Gadget as well.
for everything. All of
For
this
every
stuff.
animated, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he was the guy. He was your man.
Yep.
Well, congratulations, Mike. You've done it. And that means that you're a
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
And all you got to do is send an email to Brian, coverville@gmail.com, and he'll hook you up. What do you have to say about your big win?
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
All right, man. See you later.
See you.
What a nice sounding fellow Mike is.
Right.
For sure. He's great. Super Mario Brothers Super Show 1989. 52 episodes. Did not. And
That
do you
was a
count
good.
that as an animated show because Lou Albano was totally live action in
Yeah,
that
yeah.
business.
Well, he
I
also
still
did
think
he also did the animated parts, so it was like
Yeah,
a
I
mix.
think
of
it was.
stuff.
That cutoff number was a really good number because that made it. That was like
60,
right in
yeah.
the middle. That made it really hard.
How about did
That's
the
been
strawberry
preseason.
shortcake or any of that stupid stuff make it in there? My kid,
Oh,
my,
you'd think so, right?
my sisters were really into
It was a
that.
shorter run too. Some of those had movies and stuff that they kind of
Yeah,
chopped up. They felt like they
let's
lasted
take a
forever.
look.
my sisters were so
Strawberry
into that.
Shortcake animated series. 80s television specials,
Mm-hmm.
But
Like I
no
said, they had a lot of
series?
specials.
No series.
but I don't
Remember
see-
those?
Huh.
Yeah, that's weird because I remember it being. I remember a morning, like a Saturday morning TV show.
I think they chopped it up. I think what they did was they took the movies and they chopped it up. Into
Oh, that
episodes.
very well
That
could
must
be.
be what it is. Yeah, there it is right there. In the early 80s, there were 6 animated television specials featuring Strawberry Shortcake and related characters.
The reason I
it
know
got
this is
syndicated by LBS Communications. So
yeah, and the reason I think I remember that is my sisters would bring their dolls to the watching of this stuff. They'd bring them into the living room, and it smelled horrific in there because their dolls all
They're
smelled like
terrible. I loved
fruit.
them though. I love it. I would totally still like.
Oh my
Let me hold that. Let me hold that.
Yeah, you just wanted to
Oh,
huff
yeah.
on those things. Huff
If
on
you want to know what, if you want to know what Strawberry Shortcake dolls smelled like if you never got a chance. If they still make those scented markers, do you remember those?
Oh,
They
yeah.
smell, like,
Yeah.
they smell almost
Spots,
exactly the same.
mark spots, yeah.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's the same smell tech or whatever.
Probably so.
Right? Gotta be.
Yeah.
Well,
Show
we've
me on the doll where the weird man touched you with his nose.
exactly. Turns out she had a friend. So, Blueberry, the Blueberry lady.
Oh yeah, Blueberry.
What was
Who
her
was
name?
the bad guy? He was the
pineapple or pie man, the purple pie man.
yeah, the purple pie man. That might be it.
Did he
It sounds
smell?
right.
Did he smell like a pie? Is that his deal?
Yeah, that was his deal.
Okay.
Was he really? So his goal was to like capture them and bake them into pies. Is that the deal?
Kind
He was gonna
of.
kill-
I think so.
He was
He was the
going to
pie
kill
man.
them
Yeah.
and make pies out of them.
Yeah. He's a
Wouldn't
cannibal.
you?
He's a cannibal.
It's heavy stuff.
It is. It's
It's
shocking.
heavy stuff. Yeah.
Shocking, heavy stuff. Just like Brian Dunaway himself. All right, hey Brian. He's not heavy. He's like he weighs as much as my arm does. He's like the skinniest friend I have.
What is wrong with your arm?
I have a 145-pound arm just hanging there. Hey, it's good to have you on as always. Anything you'd like to say as we scoot your butt out of here? Everything you want to add?
I just have been enjoying myself. I'm looking forward to watching the Ghost Rider for this weekend on the film set.
So is it the Ghost Rider or just Ghost
No,
Rider?
I think it's Ghost Rider.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. This has been on the list for a while. We've been wanting to get to this. We're finally making it happen. Nick Cage as Ghost Rider, happening this weekend on Film
I'm
Set.
going to steal the Declaration of the Independence and a motorcycle.
That's right. My head will be a flaming flame.
Yes, I said the Declaration of the Independence. What? What about it?
I could eat a peach for
I'm Nicolas
hours.
Cage.
I'm looking forward to it. So should you all. Filmsack.com. The Brian Dunaway on Twitter. We'll see you later. Bye. All right.
All right.
All right. Well, that went as well as one could expect. Whoops.
Yeah.
Why is that playing? Sorry, there's things happening. All right. Hey, we have time for one news item.
This story's been in our list for a week.
I know. It's been bad, but we're going to do
Yeah.
it. And so I'll play this.
I don't watch the news.
And now Brian will tell us what it's brought to us by.
Brought to us by Coverville. Yes, finally after 2 weeks of this iTunes thing, still working on it, but I've gotten it working enough to a point where I can produce a show while I wait for Apple to push a button, probably is all they have to do.
Yeah.
Celebrating the inductees to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for 2020. So you can hear covers of and by Nine Inch Nails, Notorious B.I.G., Depeche Mode, Whitney Houston, and the Doobie Brothers.
Wow. That's quite the mix.
It is.
For this year.
The chat room actually helped me pick songs yesterday for the Nine Inch Nails and Depeche Mode and Notorious B.I.G. stuff.
Wow. All right, then.
Yeah.
Well done, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, check that out, coverville.com. Wait, are you doing that? You already recorded it, or you're doing that one?
No, I'm going to record it live, but
that's
I
today,
went through
right?
all my Nine Inch Nails and Depeche Mode covers yesterday with the chat room, and they helped me pick stuff up or pick stuff out.
You gonna play that Johnny Cash version of "Hurt"?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, because that's in the Hall of Fame. It's been played so much on Coverville that it's been retired.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that you do that with songs that get too much play.
Yeah, exactly.
You should retire that. As much as I liked it at the time, you should retire that "Sounds of Silence" cover by
Disturbed.
Disturbed, yeah. I don't know. I've heard that so many times now.
Well, yeah, but you've heard it so many times because you've probably played it.
That's good.
yourself
That's
so
a good
many
point.
times.
Yeah, it's a fair point. All right, here we're going to get to the story we've held on to for like a week. And it's not even that exciting. Family cleans their house, finds a pet tortoise missing since 1982. Speaking of 1982, woo!
Right.
These turtles live a long time. Back in 82, the Almeida family was saddened to learn that their red-footed tortoise, Manuela, had gone missing. The house was being renovated at the time, so the family assumed that the tortoise had slipped out through the door, left open by a construction crew, disappearing into the forest near their home. But they couldn't have been more wrong. The true fate of the pet remained a mystery for the next 30 years. The entire run of The Simpsons. Until the father passed away and the Almeida children returned to help clean out his cluttered storage room. It turns out the father was somewhat of a hoarder, so the room was jam-packed with things. While cleaning out the house, a neighbor asked the son Leandro, sorry.
It's not. You're not at fault for connecting Leonardo with the turtle that disappeared.
Yeah, my brain just locked on, and I couldn't help it. But he asked the son Leandro if he intended to get rid of the tortoise too. I put the trash bag on the floor, and the neighbor just warned me Are you going to throw away the turtle as well? At that moment, I went white, and I couldn't believe it. That's when Almeida's learned that Manuela managed to survive for 3 decades on her own. Family suspects she survived on termites, which, thanks to all the unwanted furniture, is in abundance there. Manuela now walks around the house and entertains generations she already knew, along with new ones in the Almeida family.
I'm glad. I was worried that they were going to say, we found the turtle and we put him back in his little glass aquarium after being able to roam the house free for 30 years.
Yeah, you got to let him run free. Yeah, he deserves that. But also 30 years just living in a hoard room, that's just nuts.
Oh, my God.
That's nuts.
That is nuts.
It's a good thing their brains, I guess they don't get bored. They're not like people. They wouldn't go crazy. But, man, it just sounds awful.
Teen and her brother caught some... But there's no way to say this without just throwing in a southern accent or throwing an accent to it. They caught some crawdads from the creek.
Yeah, sounds right.
Right. They decided they were going to try and raise them like hermit crabs, basically.
Yeah.
And one of them got out and got lost, and they found the exoskeleton years later in the closet.
Yeah, that's how they do. They just go up, they look up to heaven, and they dry out and die. That's the end of it.
Exactly. That's done.
Similar thing with me growing up, but I won't tell that story now because we don't have time. We're going to come back in a minute and talk to Tom Merritt.
You looked up at the sky and you dried out?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. It's happened to a frog of mine. It's a long story. Anyway, hey, Tom Merritt's coming up. He's going to be here to talk about tech. We got the Daily Tech News Show happening today, so we'll find out what's on tap for that. Also, Nicole with Recommendals, and we will be talking about cool stuff we saw in some streaming form over the last week, and then more after that. So stick around. Brian, you have a song to break it all up?
I do indeed. Hey, yesterday was Shane Maddox's birthday, and to celebrate, we're going to play a song from his band. We love Shane. He was a contestant on ANTP Season 2. He was also, we met him at the last TMS Vegas thing. Well, saw him there. We met him before that, but he's a great guy and an extremely talented musician. Part of a band called Else, which sometimes you see in brackets, Else. This is, let's see, they've got another show coming up on February 7th. And they'd love it if we'd play this song right here. Perfect is the song. It's from the band Else, and it's from the album Through What We Knew. Here is Else.
Boy, what an ugly bunch. The nastiest batch of criminals in the world, and New York's got them. Lucky thing, they've also got Spider-Man.
Why'd you come here to tell me this?
Where did you get that haircut? In the Army? This is the morning stream.
All right, we're back, everybody. Welcome back to the program. We have more to do, more to say, more stuff to talk about.
I don't watch the program.
I don't watch the program. These other 3 final bits of news will now carry over till tomorrow.
Yep, that's
and
fine.
Probably won't play them then because Gidget's on, and that never.
Right, we're never gonna get to these news stories.
Nope. So it's fine. We don't care. We're easy here at the
exactly.
At
These aren't like such crucial news stories that you need to know about them to get through your day.
Right. That's absolutely.
Like, oh no, we should have told you yesterday not to eat that expired ham.
Yeah.
There's a recall on ham.
Yeah, watch out for the ham. You'll never know when it's about to get you. All right, we're calling Tom Merritt. I got the rings of ringage, but not the rings of speakage. Oh, no, still not. Do you hear it? Do you hear it when?
No, I don't hear it.
Oh, you don't.
I don't hear it. I just see the.
Oh, that's cool.
Lost my video.
Oh, yeah, your video's gone. Isn't that weird?
Oh, well.
Everything's broken.
It kicks you off when Tom enters the fray.
Well, that's fine.
I don't know why. Fine. Tom, don't worry.
One host enters, one guest. Wait. One guest.
Something like that. Pretty
one
close.
One guest enters, one guest host leaves.
With the computer, as with any tool, the concept and direction must come from the man.
It's Tom Merritt, everybody. He is Ace Detect to the world. Everyone knows you as Ace Detect, right? With the D in the middle. Everyone knows you.
Yeah, that's how people on the street refer to me.
Yeah.
Hey, Ace Detect.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Please call me Tom.
Please call me Tom. My friends call me Tom. Anyway, it's Tom Merritt, fresh off a really fun Current Geek episode last night. If you guys haven't checked that out, go listen to it. We talked a lot about cool stuff. And it's always good to have him here on Wednesdays for TMS to talk about the bubbling tech news stories of the week. Or of the day, I guess. So, Tom, what's going on out there? What's happening?
So, public service message. Don't believe the headlines you read ever, but also especially about Apple. So for the past year, it's been, Apple's in a spiral. Apple's done. Apple's on its way down. You want to sell your Apple shares from some quarters. Not all quarters, but from some quarters.
Sure.
And I bring that up because Apple had their Q1 earnings. And the conventional wisdom that was that they would be pretty good, but they might disappoint because we still really don't have a new iPhone. This new iPhone 11 has a great camera, but that's not for everyone. Well, they set a record for revenue. They beat expectations for earnings per share and revenue, and it was probably one of the best iPhone quarters ever at $56 billion.
Jeez.
What you should do with Apple is look at what Tim Cook says he wants to happen and see if it's tracking. Not whether he's achieved it immediately, but if it's tracking. And what Tim Cook has said is, we think wearables and services are our future, and services is our ultimate future. And so checking that, wearables, which is led by AirPods and the watch, Apple Watch, did $10 billion. For the first time, wearables category made more money for Apple than the Mac or the iPad.
Wow.
Mac brought in $7.2 billion and iPad $6 billion. Wearables brought in $10 billion.
That's crazy. I mean, on the heels of, I guess, successful launch of their iPods or AirPods Pro.
AirPods Pro, right?
I keep saying
Apple
AirPods,
Watch.
AirPods.
The new Apple Watch is getting uptake, and of course, this is the holiday quarter. So sales are always expected to be up because people are buying gifts for each other. The other one was services. Services revenue came in at $12.7 billion. That's still up over last year.
Yeah.
Depends on who you ask whether that's tracking in the right direction. Some people thought it should have been stronger. What Tim Cook said was, we're not seeing any revenue from Apple TV Plus yet because we gave so many free years to people.
Right.
And that's fine. That will start bringing in revenue later. So if you look at that 12.7 billion as, well, this is pretty much still just Apple Music, iCloud, app revenue, etc., then it seems like that's at least on track. It may not be breaking records, but it's on track.
Yeah, I would have said, just uneducated first reaction from me would have been, well, this, on the heels of Apple Arcade, the heels of Apple TV Plus, and on the heels of other services that they launched in very recent memory here, those would be the reasons why you would expect higher growth there. And if they didn't see it, does that say something about those services? But probably not, because I don't know enough about it.
Yeah, well, and like I said, some of that's free trial, some of that is slower uptake. Certainly, Apple News, the News Plus service is not getting the uptake that I think Apple would have hoped for yet.
Yeah.
But also, Apple's patient. Apple takes a long time to let stuff play out. They think ahead. And given what Tim Cook was saying a year or more ago, this matches what you would want to see a year later for what he was saying he wanted Apple to head towards.
Right.
Which is increasing services revenue, strong iPhone sales. Yeah, Mac and iPad declined, but we all kind of knew that was going to happen. They're not in the toilet by any stretch. They're what you call saturated products. People don't buy a new Mac or a new iPad every year. They don't even buy a new iPhone every year, which is why they're pivoting to services. So what you want to do is wait a year or so and then see where this Apple services revenue are. Right. And that will tell you whether they're on track.
Plus, this was the year, or this last year that they're reporting from, that part of the quarter is the time they would normally have a yearly refresh on the iPad Pro, and they didn't do one last year. So I would expect that people are holding off until, because you can tell when we're at the end of a cycle or we're getting close to one. And as someone who uses that thing for a lot of art stuff, I wouldn't run out and buy one today. I'd wait till this fall when I know there will be a new one announced.
Well, and there might be a new one this spring.
Yeah, that could be that early. That's true.
The word on the street is you're going to get a new iPad with a lot of the camera stuff built in.
Right.
Which I know.
I don't care about that.
Makes fun of people who take pictures with iPads, but people do.
They're there. They do. You know what I use them for? Actually, this is a new use case that is, again, specific to me and people maybe like me, but if you're doing serious illustration or graphic design stuff with an iPad Pro and a pencil, one of the things you need is quick ways to get reference material.
Yeah.
And some of that is just hold that thing up and shoot the thing in front of you, and now you've got it seconds later. Like it's actually very useful in that regard. But for people who think they're running around using it for Instagram, yeah, that is weird. I agree. Like,
or holding it up at conferences.
Yeah, it's very odd. But what
don't forget, there was the entry level iPad. It's not like we didn't get it.
Oh, right,
we just didn't get a Pro.
That's correct. So the big takeaway for me though from all of this good financials news from them is that diversification is good for them. Like for them specifically. To have their hands in a big bucket full of lots of different stuff is benefiting them in a time where saturation is happening in not just phone markets, but like you said, desktop and everything else. You have to find other ways to maintain steady growth, and they figured out a way to do it. It's great.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people got caught up in but where is the next firework? Where is the next star product? Right? It was the iMac, then the iPod, then the iPhone, then the iPad. We haven't had a new star product, and that's just not the way Tim Cook's Apple operates. It's a little bit of a quieter revolution. That's not to say we won't get another star product. There's a lot of information out there that indicates they're working on an augmented reality product of some sort. They're working on an automated car product of some sort. So I think we will see new stuff from Apple. But what this shows is you don't have to have a big star every couple of years to keep Apple very strong.
Yeah, that's good. And also, it's funny because his methods, like you say that the Tim Apple.
Tim Apple. Now you know how it happens in your head.
Maybe I've been too hard on it. No. But no, like you can see how he does that stuff differently, but how much it depended on the star power before it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the Jobs way needed to happen so that the Tim way could happen.
Sure. Right.
It seems like.
Well, I'd even put it slightly different, which is when you had the Steve way, you don't want to just throw all that out. You want to build on it, right?
Right. That's totally true. Well, that's fascinating. I enjoy seeing how this stuff plays out in the marketplace, and it's always good when they're.
Yeah, I know earnings calls can sometimes be a little bit boring for people, but I know there's so many people so many people who have strong emotions about Apple in our audience, one way or another. That it's interesting to look at how they're doing.
It's all available. You can have what you like.
Yeah, go get whatever you
want. You can have Android. You like iOS. You can have iOS.
Yeah, I like that they're when all of them do well, it's good for us. We get more choice, better competition. So this is all good.
I'm about to go out and take a picture of my succulent garden, and I'm going to bring my Pixel 4 because that's the best camera. But that doesn't mean I throw my iPhone in the trash.
No.
Right.
No. Or dip it in the toilet just to see if you can. You know what I mean?
Definitely not good.
Don't do that. All right. Later today, that's at 2:30 Mountain Time. I will be on the Daily Tech News Show, as is the tradition on Wednesdays, and we'll talk about this and other tech stories of the day. Very much looking forward to it. I'm sure there's something else going on in your world. Why don't you tell us about it? What else is happening?
Yeah, I just got the word that Trigger, the sequel to Pilot X, my novel, is coming out March 24th. So I think there's an Amazon listing for it just being put together right now, but the place to really go and pre-order it would be inkshares.com. Just search for Trigger, Trigor, and I'm excited. This has been a couple of years in the making, and it's finally gonna hit the streets. Both as a paperback, a trade paperback, and also as an Audible book, read by Kevin T. Collins, who read Pilot X. So I'm looking forward to that as well.
Nice. Check it out. It'll be available soon. Very excited for you and for those who love reading Tom Merritt books. Ace Detect on Twitter. There's that name again. And you can also make sure you catch us today, 2:30 Mountain Time. You can find all that info over at dailytechnewsshow.com. Tom Merritt, have a fantastic day.
Thanks, both.
Bye now.
See ya.
Oh, I like he calls us both.
Yeah, both.
Sorry, both.
Thank you, both.
Thanks, both. Oh, wait.
That's a whole different thing.
I gotta fix your camera now. Hold on.
Fix my camera.
There it is.
It'll break again when we bring Nicole on. I'm sure. I'm anticipating it.
It does. Why does it do that?
I don't know.
Isn't that weird?
Skype.
It's a little weird.
Skype. Whatever. It's whatever.
I don't like it.
I don't even know if it's Skype or
who knows?
OBS or whatever. Yeah.
Something's farting around with something.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Nicole incoming. Let's see the rings of non-ringage. That means she's there probably. Nicole, are you there? No. Maybe.
No. Nope. Oh, there we go. Now she's there.
Muted.
She's tapping a mic.
Do you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Hey, I gotta unplug and plug it back in.
Oh.
That's
okay.
how I fix. I don't have to call Mark anymore. I know how to fix this.
Oh, good. We don't mind you yelling for him, though. That's fine. If you ever want to yell at Mark, you can do it here on the show. We will support that.
Totally. We'll even help you yell at Mark if you turn the speakers up.
You know what? I have to.
Do you want my video on?
Oh, you can if you want.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. Let's look at you. Let's have a
My
look
laundry.
at you.
There's my laundry.
Yeah,
We always hope for a little Dougie appearance.
Yeah. We always
Oh, that dog. That dog. I
Dogs
swear.
are handsfuls.
Especially bulldogs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She had. Does this one have all the hip problems and all that stuff, or not?
No, he's perfectly fine. I keep telling him, I'm just waiting for you to grow into the lazy dog I know you're destined to be.
Right, exactly. Yes.
I love that phase. Such a good phase.
But he's a ball of energy.
Yeah.
If I gave him a skateboard, he probably would skateboard. That's the kind of bulldog he is.
Wow.
I think we have a summer project.
Yeah. Get that YouTube channel fired up. Let's do it.
That's right.
Speaking of Mark, I just want to say a quick thing about Mark. He has taken on, over the last few years, a more grizzled appearance.
Oh, yes.
And I would like to be the first to say, probably not the first, but I think it's cool. I think he looks like his kind of salt and peppery woodworker vibe he's got right now. Badass. It's cool.
Well, when he first started, gosh, how old were we? How old were we in 2005?
You would have been.
He would always
years
say
younger than you are right now.
Yeah.
He would always say, the older I get, the more respect I'm going to get. You know, like you can be a woodworker and it's like you could be gray and you could not know a thing about woodworking, but because you're older and gray and wear plaid, there comes this automatic, they must know what they're talking about.
Yeah, and he was as talented then as ever. It's just that he looked like kind of a young Italian kid, you know, kind of a baby face, and you know, you can say actually that's why I think you're. No offense to Nicole, because I think you're in there as well. But your kids are adorable, and part of it is because they got this like, you know, they got this Mark gene from when he was young. But now that he's getting like kind of just a little on the crusty side, it's just cool. I just really think it's a great look for him. So anyway.
He gets a little sensitive to the people that are like, "Wow, you're old." I'm like, it's been 15 years since we started the podcast. Like, if you're watching a video he did in 2006. It's a thing called aging.
When people say, "Ooh, you're old," my answer to them is always the same. I say this. I say, "Oh, are you aging at a different rate than the rest of us?" I wasn't aware that you were slowing time down. Is it different for you, or let us know when you're 40-something.
I mean, the big change is now instead of cool rocker tattoos that he's getting, he's actually getting like metric to decimal conversion tattoos that say, oh, okay, so how many inches is
what is
4 centimeters?
Oh, I love that idea that his arm is like a measure, like you could just put it down.
Exactly.
We've seen those tattoos,
Oh.
There are people that have them, like they'll
do
put
that? Really?
like a measurement on their arm.
Yeah.
Really?
1 cup equals 18 tablespoons or something like that.
I kind of love that. I didn't know that was a thing.
I know. That'd be the one I'd get.
That's really good.
But yeah, it's kind of funny. But it's really neat to capture like our age in this medium. So I mean, and not be a technically famous person.
Yeah. Nobody wants that, right? That's the worst.
No, we don't have to be technically.
Yeah, that's what I love. People always say, "What do you love most about what you do?" And I say, it's that we can have some of the benefits of being widely known within a group, within a community, and all the benefits that come from that. That's great. But I also can leave the house.
There he is.
There he is. Look at him. He's just a sexy beast.
Show Scott your grizzled face.
Look at him. He's so. Oh, see, I want that guy building all my wood shit. All my wood
Scott
shit.
says you're looking very grizzled lately.
No, in a good way. Make sure he knows a compliment.
In a good way.
I love it.
We're just gonna call him Grizzly Spagnola from now on.
Oh, sorry, Chad, you didn't see him. Crap, I had Brian on screen.
That's all right.
Anyway,
go to woodwhisper.com.
Yeah, he has an Instagram. Instagram.com/woodwhisper. You can see his wonderful face.
all right, so we should do recommendals.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do those. So we have these things. We've seen them. We like them. We tell you what to watch. Blah blah blah. Let's get right to it. Brian, do you have a thing here to say about this?
Mine is a television series.
Jeez, that's intense. All right, let's find out what this is. Here you go.
In every room, there are those that would belittle you. With my help, they won't lay a scratch on you. For you will have knowledge that they won't. I can teach you to wield power over all of them. But you must let me mold you. You must trust me.
I trust you.
Then will you let me find Roger for you?
He's my best friend.
Lyra, I won't let you down.
All right.
Good. Now, who do you want to be introduced to first?
All right, this sounds like the Crown 3
The
season.
Dark Materials.
That is his Dark Materials.
Oh, I thought
yes.
it was the Crown.
You could have also guessed Golden Compass because that's the the other thing that came from the same source materials. Did not do as well with the source materials as this does.
I need to see this. I read the books and I
cool
loved the books
was
so
Lyra
much.
the giveaway to you, by the way?
Yes, yeah. When she said Lyra, I was like, oh, I know what this is.
Yeah, that's Ruth Wilson and Daphne Keene. You hear in that clip. Ruth Wilson, who is a hot Simpsons character. You might know her from shows like The Affair and stuff like that. But she's got Simpsons lips. If you see her from the side.
Okay.
But she's super hot. And then Daphne Keene, who you'll remember as X-23 from the Logan film, the little clone of Logan.
She was great in that.
She was great, and she's great in this. She's the main character. Basically, it's a story about this alternate world where everybody has a demon, an animal companion.
A good demon.
A good demon, right, exactly.
A good thing. It's a companion, yeah.
Exactly. And basically they help you with things, but you kind of share feelings and experiences with them. So if they get hurt, you get hurt. If you get hurt, they get hurt, kind of thing. Really, really good. And man, the special effects on this is on HBO, by the way.
Yeah.
Special effects on this are amazing. Like, it doesn't feel, you're looking at computer generated creatures running around, but they're so well done that sometimes you forget about it, especially when they're kind of buzzing around in the background and doing stuff. It's like, oh man,
you want really that cool, too, right? You want to be
Have you read the books?
Totally. I have never read the books.
I haven't either.
So I'm super curious to see where they take this, because as you progress through the books, it gets really religious.
Yes, and that's the thing. So
no,
Golden
not religious,
Compass
right? Anti-religious, right?
Anti-religious.
Well, yeah.
Because he's like a hardcore atheist.
Depends on, I guess how, but
Right.
it depends on how you look at it, I guess.
Well,
I don't know.
Depends on whose side you take. The good guys or the bad guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was one of the biggest criticisms of Golden Compass, is that it really desensitized or de-emphasized all of that anti-religion sentiment that the characters were in. But this one, Philip Pullman totally approves of, like, oh yeah, you guys are doing a great job of capturing what I'm trying to say in the books.
Interesting.
I love the books. Yeah.
So let me ask you this: Is it got so like overshadowed at the time because Watchmen was just getting all the buzz?
Came out at the same time, yeah. Exactly.
So it was getting all the talk and everything. Does this? I mean, you obviously you liked it, or you wouldn't be recommending it.
I'm still liking it. We're about halfway through the season, so
who is this for? Like, is it good? Is it full of wieners and vaginas?
No,
or
there's no nudity whatsoever.
Okay.
No.
This you and the kids would
This
love.
is like Harry Potter level stuff.
Very Harry Potter.
Okay.
Yeah, it feels very Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe stuff.
The reason I asked is it's HBO, and you always have to ask, right? You have to.
Sure.
Yeah, I think they meant for this to be approachable by a family audience as opposed to watching Game of Thrones, for example.
Did you watch the movie?
Yes,
I did. I saw Golden Compass and I didn't enjoy it.
It wasn't
I felt
great.
really bored. By
I
it,
didn't enjoy it
honestly.
either.
Yeah,
I mean, it was
wasn't very
okay. I was excited to see this book that I loved. Kind of, I think, no matter whether it's good or bad, it's really exciting to see a book visualized.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I felt about it. But it left something there was lacking. So
Yeah.
I'm really hoping. I've been holding off watching the Dark Materials because I just want him to release them all and then I'll just binge it. So
They're
are they all
really-
out?
Yep,
Okay.
all 8 episodes are available. We didn't start it until all 8 were available because this is the way. Unless it's something that we're really worried about getting spoiled, like Picard or
Yeah.
Watchmen or something like that. It's like, yeah, we'll just wait until all 8 episodes are out and we'll watch the whole thing. I forgot to mention folks like Lin-Manuel Miranda is in this. James McAvoy is excellent. He's in this.
Does Lin-Manuel play the uncle?
He plays yes.
Lyra's uncle, right?
Panda
Lee
no.
Scoresby.
Where is it?
No, I don't think that's her uncle. Oh no, you're thinking about he
plays Lee.
that's
Who's Lee
James
Scoresby?
McAvoy.
Whoever Lee Scoresby is who Lin-Manuel.
Because he's kind of the
McAvoy's-
catalyst.
James McAvoy's character is introduced as her uncle.
Okay.
Because he's the catalyst to her going on this adventure, basically.
Correct. That's James McAvoy. Yeah, Belasca. Yep.
I like him in everything. So
Azrael Belasca. Yep.
Yeah. Is there anything he's not good in? I don't know what it is. He's great.
No, there's nothing. And you still have to see Glass, which I think was if you stop at one of the endings, a really good way to cap off the Unbreakable.
If you
story.
stop at one of the endings, because it just
Yes.
keeps ending, right? Like it's like
There are too many endings, and I was happy with the reveal of the first ending, and then they said, "Oh, people might miss that. Let's do more endings. Oh, how about this one? More endings."
Do I need to see the what's it called, Claw or Dig
Yes.
or what's the second? What's his thing?
The second one was
Berserker, jump around guy, man.
Split.
That was it.
You definitely need to see Split
All right.
because
Still haven't seen Split.
it is a continuation of the same story, and some things in Glass you'll enjoy more after seeing. And Split is great. Like it's not one you want to skip because it's all.
I think
James
that one's
McAvoy.
streaming too, or was for a long time.
Yeah,
on
it comes in and out.
HBO, I think it was.
Yeah, I'll find it somewhere. I meant to forever ago and just never got around to it, so I just need to see
Oh,
it.
dude, yeah. Especially as much as you love Unbreakable, you'd like Split.
I do love Unbreakable so much.
Unfortunately, only streaming on FX Now if you're subscribed to FX Now.
Well, I'll rent it or
Which I don't
something.
know how you subscribe to FX Now. I guess you.
Yeah.
You do it
I think
through.
it's
You can do it through their app, or you can do it through your
Cable.
cable provider, or you can do it through. I want to say Amazon Prime has like a
There you go.
tie-in thing. Yeah. All right.
Glass, however, is streaming on HBO Now and Go and all that stuff. So
Nice. Is there still when HBO Max comes out? Will there still be a Go and Now? Will those exist still?
God, I hope not. I hope it's just put it all in one thing.
I think that's the plan, but I don't know.
Because I always
actually.
forget which app I'm supposed to use, and I get into it, and then I forget to delete the other one.
Right. And you don't know which one you were supposed to. Yeah. And now you're afraid to delete one because you're gonna have to start over.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, because logging in is not like, oh, click, and you're in. It's like, no, you got to click, and then I get it through my TV service provider, and
yeah.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Anyway.
Bleh, bleh.
All
Pain
right.
in the butt.
I'm now going to play a clip from my pick. Slight cheat, but not much of one. You'll hear why in a second. But
Okay.
I'll tell you, it's a documentary. It's actually old, and I'd never heard of it. And it also ties to a thing that is streaming that I just watched with Tom Merritt. So that's the hint you're going to get. Here you go.
To me, the great hope is that now these little 8mm video recorders and stuff are coming around. Some just people who normally wouldn't make movies are going to be making them. And, suddenly one day some little fat girl in Ohio is going to be the new Mozart, and make
Nice.
a beautiful film with her little father's camera recorder. And for once, the so-called professionalism about movies will be destroyed forever, and it'll really become an art form. That's my opinion.
All right. I agree with his sentiment, except for the fat girl part. I don't know what that was
Little fat
about.
Horrible.
Yeah.
It came
So
out
inspiring.
of it came out of a fat guy. So
I guess
don't
that's
feel
the
too
opposite
bad.
of him.
Yeah. Well, he's a
so I know
fat
you
guy.
just-
The only difference
you
between him and a
just
fat
saw-
girl is his gender. But anyway, yes. Go
You
ahead.
just saw Apocalypse Now recently with Tom. So is this the documentary about the making of Apocalypse Now?
Ooh, look at you sleuthing this thing. You absolutely are right. That is correct.
Cool.
Apocalypse Now, which came out in '79, still an amazing movie. It doesn't matter which version you watch either. It's they're just all incredible.
Mhm.
The director's cut is probably the best one, or the final cut, whatever it is. The middle one they made, I forgot what it was called. Some other cut. That thing was a little too long.
What is it called?
The Apocalypse Now.
Oh.
And the
documentary?
theatrical, no. This I'm just still talking about the movie. So the
Oh.
theatrical release is what Tom and I watched for our series of best 200 movies of all time. And
Apocalypse Now Redux was the second version.
that's right. And Redux is, I think, is not as good as Final Cut, but your
added too
mileage
many
may
ducks.
vary. Too many ducks. Yeah.
Yeah.
The original, though, all of them, they just hold up, man. It's an incredible film. And I went down this rabbit hole and started just looking at everything I could find. And little did I know, I didn't know this existed, but there was this documentary made in 91, sorry, called Hearts of Darkness.
That's it.
Which is a riff on Heart of Darkness, which is the novel / story that this movie, Apocalypse Now, was sort of taken from or inspired by. Anyway, it's the story about how hard this film was to make, how seemingly impossible it is that it even worked out, that people didn't die. Freaking Martin Sheen had a heart attack at age 37 on the set because he was so stressed about the role. I mean, stuff like that. This thing is full of revelations like that. It is crazy what was going down. They had to use body double for a bunch of his stuff. They were in the part of this jungle in, well, where did they go? They tried to go to Vietnam, but they wouldn't let them because in 79, 70, well, they were filming in 76. Things were still pretty hot there, so you couldn't just go film a movie in Vietnam. Anyway, it is a fascinating documentary, and I loved it.
Where did you watch this? 'Cause
So
I don't see it on Amazon. I
I
don't see it on Netflix.
rented it. Therein lies the cheat.
There's the cheat.
There's the cheat. I rented this because I couldn't find it streaming anywhere, so I rented it on Apple TV, I think, or off whatever used to be iTunes, Apple Movies, whatever it is. They have it for like $3, $4.
Yeah.
I wish it was streaming because I wish more people could see this. Part of this depends on whether you care about the source material or not, and if that movie's means anything to you or not. But if it does, even remotely, it's something to seek out, and it's very interesting. His wife basically narrates it. It's based on a lot of her notes and her recordings that she recorded him during the process. Him, I mean Francis Ford Coppola. And other than he's a pretty brilliant filmmaker, certainly. Made 3 of the greatest films ever made. The first 2 Godfathers and this are just undoubtedly in the top 10, probably. However, he's kind of a mess, and you get to see that, and you get to kind of see the mess it is to try to make a movie like this and to do it in a way. And he was sure the whole time this thing was going to be shit, it was going to fall apart, and it was going to be garbage by the end.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just so down on it. But then it ended up being one of the greatest movies ever made. It's just crazy. So I would seek it out if you can. If you can't find it easily, like I said, you can just rent it on. There's a few services that have it.
Find a pirate a copy. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
why not?
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that's not what you were going to suggest.
Yeah, no, I wasn't. But I like where you went there. YouTube has it for rent. Who else? I noticed.
Amazon. It's $3.99.
$3.99 on Amazon. Apple, and then who was the other one I saw it on? I saw it on someone else.
Probably on Amazon then, if you can do $3.99 on Apple.
I can't remember what it was. Well, it was Amazon, but there was one other, and I can't remember what it was. I don't know why. I can't remember. Anyway.
Well, and if you can do that, there you go. $3.99. You can get Split now. So don't wait for it to stream. Watch Split, and then you can watch Glass on free on HBO.
Yeah, there you go. But this is totally worth it. Especially if you want a rabbit hole down some Apocalypse Now business, this is a must watch. All right, Nicole, what did you bring?
All right. Well, here's my clip. I'm going to send it to you right now.
All right.
I actually have 2 to recommend.
Okay.
They're both shows, not movies.
All right, I'm hitting play on this one. I'm not looking. I don't want to see.
Everything that happens in this universe has to be the way it is. Things happen the way they should.
It's all the same number. What are the odds of that?
It sounds like Scott. What's his name? Scott. Scott.
You happy with your life? Don't you want it all?
It said that would happen right when it did.
Prophecy. Where's our dog?
Where's our dog?
I think I want to say this has been recommended before, but I finally got around to watching it because Mark is watching Picard on CBS All Access.
Yeah.
And I said, yes, now I can watch The Twilight Zone.
Oh, Twilight Zone. Oh, cool.
Oh,
very good.
So that is Scott. What's his name?
Adam Scott.
Adam Scott.
Adam Scott.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's episode 2.
That was actually, I jumped right to that one because I was the most excited about the remake of the Nightmare at 20,000 feet.
Oh, is that what that is?
30,000 feet.
30,000 feet.
Ah, so that's 3 of those now. We got the Kirk one.
Yeah.
The Shatner one. And then what's his name?
Lithgow. The Lithgow
one from the movie, and then this one. Interesting. All right. Is it good? How was that one?
I liked it, and I like the different direction it takes.
Huh.
I'm going slow. I've only watched The Comedian with
with Camille
and
Johnny.
Yes, I love him. And,
do you like how he looks now, by the way?
Oh, he is buff, dude.
He's looking pretty great.
Freaking ripped.
Show that picture to Mark and say, all right, you've gone grizzled. Now do this.
Yeah.
And you heard in that clip Tracy Morgan is in The Comedian episode.
Oh, great. I love Tracy Morgan.
And I've grown up with Twilight Zone. My mom used to use it as a tool to get me to go to bed when I was a little kid, because every time the music would come on, I'd be like, okay, I gotta go to bed. It would freak me out so much as a little kid. It's so funny that I love, like, my thing are these kinds of shows. So Twilight Zone, Night Gallery, Outer Limits, Tales from the Dark Side. I just ate those up when I was younger, and I love them to this day. So I love that they reinvented the Twilight Zone and brought it back. I wish it just could have been on CBS, but it's on All Access, and that's where you watch it.
And you like all these kinds of things, these anthology, like the one what's not Little Rock? What's it called? Castle Rock. You like that?
Castle Rock.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, and even in a long form like American Horror Story. I mean, I just love when things get weird and just not what you're used to.
Somebody in the chat just informed me the Lithgow version of the 20,000, 30,000 feet thing was directed by George Miller.
That's right. Yes.
I didn't know
that. Did he do
anything
else? Did he go on to do anything else? That was the last thing he ever did, right?
Well, if you don't count Babe and Babe Pig in the City, or Happy Feet 1 and 2.
That's right. Those are the biggest movies he ever did. Yeah, for sure.
Then you would be wrong, because some years later, 2015, the greatest year for films ever, he made a little movie called Mad Max Fury Road. You may have heard of it. It's incredible. It's an amazing film. Yeah. You should sit down right now, watch it again. All right, Nicole, what's your number 2?
Well, I just want to say Ken from Chicago is right. I did not realize there was going to be cussing in the show, and my kids were around like, oh, I guess I gotta watch this after I put them to bed.
Wow.
So the language is free on the CBS All Access.
Oh yeah.
My number 2 is kid related, and it actually comes from, and I can't remember who in the Tadpole recommended it, and we started watching it on Disney Plus, and it's a show called Bluey. It's a Disney Junior. It's an Australian cartoon. It is absolutely adorable. If you have Disney Plus and you have smaller kids, highly recommend Bluey.
How do you spell Bluey? How's that spelled?
Bluey. B-L-U-E-Y.
E-Y.
Bluey.
Oh, there it is.
It's Bluey.
Australian accents are adorable, and yeah.
Well, it's a bunch of little dogs in there.
Yeah, they're blue dogs.
That's adorable.
Yeah, if there's music, I don't know if you can pull up the intro.
Probably.
It kind of gets it's one of those earworms.
Let's see. Let's try it here.
There's one.
This will never have.
Somebody looped.
No, it'll be fine.
Somebody looped it for like 10 hours. The intro.
Oh, I love when people do 10-hour loops of stuff. I love that. Okay, so here's one. Let's just do a taste.
Or 10 minute. 10 minutes. 10 hours.
All right, that's enough, and they'll kick
It's
me.
so
They'll kick me
cute,
off the site again.
though.
They're gonna boot me off off YouTube again.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. I can only play a tiny bit, and even then, I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's sounds good. Is it? I mean, is it adults can enjoy it as well? Sounds like one of
I
those
enjoy
things?
it.
Yeah?
The kids love it, and it's cute, and I don't mind it. It's kind of in the same category for me as like Peppa Pig.
Oh,
So
I like Peppa Pig.
Yeah,
if
me
you
too.
can take Peppa Pig, you can take Bluey.
Grandfather, this is how you use the internet. I just love that little pig. She's great.
And you can watch a lot of the episodes for free on YouTube. Just looking for a clip. I found a ton of them already on.
Yeah, somehow they don't get pulled down.
YouTube.
Weird.
Yeah, I know, right?
I don't get it. Strange. All right, well, that's awesome. Couple a little twofer there from Nicole. Always good, always awesome. Nicole, you have any rad stuff going on you want to pimp this week? Not pimp. Do you want to promote this week?
Hype.
Boop, boop,
Yeah.
No.
No?
Lazily.
Yeah,
I'll
is
pimp
that?
lazily.
Oh,
Yeah,
hey, I
'cause
heard
we're back
she's
on-
moving again or something. Or
Pimp the ladies of Leet.
Kim bought a goat farm.
okay, I love this. I love this. By the way, she's living out a dream of
She's
mine.
taking Goat Simulator a little too seriously.
Well, now she's ready to work up to the big leagues. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, she has a goat farm, and hopefully it has better internet that she does right now. So she assures me that she does. But yeah, we're back. I just released an episode last week, and we're going to record again this week. Ooh, I played Disco Elysium.
Oh, how do you feel about that game? Pretty crazy, I hear. I know. It's dark. It's dark.
No, I just don't.
It's a lot of reading. It's a lot of reading.
It's a lot of reading, and I guess if I approach it as a choose your own adventure book,
yeah,
I get less mad at it.
Oh yeah, no, that's exactly how you should approach it, because that thing,
Yeah.
everything in that game is an element of choice that will affect something else. Like it's meant to be like as this super dark life simulator kind of, but you're rolling dice to see whether or not your eyes are shut. Like
right.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Well, and I had full health. I had full morale. I got on a phone call with a girl, and within minutes, I lost all my morale and I gave up.
Like real life.
And the game was over. And I'm like, what is going on?
It's real life.
I just spent 2 hours getting to this point.
Yeah, it's real life, man. They
Conversation.
It's a gnarly game and very divisive.
Weird.
A lot of people are sort of split on how they feel about it. But I'm curious to see what you say about it by the time you get either you get
I'll
deeper or
try it
finish it.
again.
Yeah, maybe you'll finish it. Who knows? I don't know.
Is there an end game to that game?
I
it just
mean,
feels like
eventually you get.
Because Stephanie hates it. She couldn't even get out of the room. She tripped over something and died.
Really?
Yeah.
This does not sound like a game I would enjoy.
It's very weird. It's got one of the highest ratings on Steam right now. People really like it.
Yeah.
But people who hate it really hate it.
Those are tenacious people that are that are playing this game. You have to be tenacious with that game. Disco Elysium is what we're talking about.
Yeah, it tests your patience, and your character is a douchebag. It's just really weird thing, but yeah, one of those. I like games. I may not ever play that thing to any kind of length.
You haven't played it yet?
I played a tiny bit, but I have not played much. I will probably never play it all the way through, but I appreciate that it exists.
It is like Civ. So when you play Civ and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna play a tiny bit of Civ.
Yeah.
And like 3 hours later, you're like, oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Played too much Civ.
That's kind of how Disco Elysium is. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna play a little bit of it just to get the vibe, and then next thing I know, I'm like 2 hours into it, and then I give up after talking to a girl on the phone.
I'm losing all your stuff.
And I'm just like, apparently I just kind of gave up my police work, and I died under a bridge or something. I don't know.
Well, none of my no video games exist right now because of Littlewood. That thing has taken over my life. And I even hesitate to tell you about it, Nicole, because it is so deeply addicting. Like if you end up getting into
is it a PC game?
It's a PC game. It's coming to Switch eventually. It's currently in early access, but it's this one guy made it. And if you even remotely like things like Animal Crossing or I can't even think of the damn game. Seaweed Junction. Nope, that's not it.
Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley.
Yeah. I like Animal Crossing.
Yeah, if
I
you like
really
that
do
kind
like
of stuff, then man, that thing is just crack, and it's just one more time. Okay, I'm done. Oh nope, one more time. It's bad.
Mhm.
Like, oh my gosh, it's good.
You said it's early. I can't get it right now.
No, you can get it. It's early access. It's
okay.
it's on the thing. It's technically early access, but it
Gotcha.
feels polished and pretty much done. It's also super cute and like an amazing little art style. And
Sold. I'm
Yeah.
going to download it.
I got my girls completely hooked on it, and now they're mad at me because it's taking up all their time. And anyway, good luck with that.
Look at us doing a mini final score.
Yeah, there it is, everybody. Recommendals, now including video games. All right, Nicole Spag, everybody. Follow her on Twitter at that name, because then you can find links to all the stuff we recommended today, except maybe mine because it's a rental. But
I put the
Still put a
Amazon
link to where-
yeah,
yeah,
I put the Amazon link in it.
next week I already have, and it's not a cheat, so everyone can relax. Yeah, unless it's taken off streaming by then, that's possible.
Well, and people could spend $3.99 to watch that too.
That's true. Nicole Spag, everybody. Take it easy. See you next time.
See
Tell
ya.
your husband I meant as a compliment. Okay, bye. All right. I want to get on Mark's bad
Good
side.
grizzled.
Yeah.
Good grizzled.
I need to be on the good side of the wood guy, because if he ever makes me a coffin or something, I want him to not mess it up.
Right. You want it to not be like 6 inches too short.
I don't want the bottom to fall out or something weird like that. All right, Brian, we are now at the point of this show where we will now play a bonus mashup. Now, here's the story on this. Jamie we're going to use the bonus mashups for a couple of weeks, because Jamie is extremely busy these days. And I told him that's great. And he's like, okay, we'll play this one because it's my favorite. And I said, okay, well, I don't know why it's your favorite, but I'll play it. So this is called Scott Pronounces Things. No Wank Paw. I think I know why it's his favorite. All
right.
So now we'll play it with full knowingly that this will embarrass me. So here you go. Enjoy. Coming up on TS... It's the one thing you'd think I'd get right is the name of the damn show.
And Black and one on beep.
Adam's infective endocarditis. Carditis. A remote island in the Orkney archipelago of Scotland's northern shore. The thickly accented Apu Nasahima Peta Fricapetala. I can't say it. As we know, there is.
All we know.
See, I can't read the anything but freaking Third Eagle there. All we know is there. His name is Elliot Bentrick.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm doing it again. The illegal event took place in Pragadavaram. Thank you. In the state of Andhra Pradesh, and led to the death of 55-year-old Sarapalli Venkateswara Rayo, according to local media. That's close, right? It's close, slow, but close. The left side of her throat near her carotid artery. Okay, let me try that again. Her carotid artery. I still said artery. Get that word out, Scott. Richie Besting Place. Face. Gosh dang it. Richie Besting Face. Der Schlieben, der Heimen, der Herben. Before I used this product, I suckened like dish. Sunday Ebu Betchikakwu. Sound right? Sonny Big Nuts, Private Eye. This is what happens when the second to the last Black Bubberspadir. Let me read that again. Oh, now this name. Chico Randa Danka Namwampaka.
Chico Danaka Nwankapa.
You have to do some pops at the end of that or
No
something.
wankpa.
No wankpa? Yeah. In his language, that means no
wank.
masturbation, father.
Right. Don't hold that chicken with the razor blade.
That's right. Oh, that was recent, too. That was just about the guy that
like
died in
last
India.
week, yeah.
That's crazy. All right. Well, don't worry, because tomorrow, or whenever probably won't be tomorrow, but soon we'll be playing a mashup of Brian doing something crazy. What is it? It's another
Cool.
sing-along.
I'm
or
sure it's
something.
me pronouncing stuff, correcting you on pronouncing stuff.
Could
There were
be.
a few of those in there.
Could be. Hey, that's it for the show. Thank you all for joining us. Tomorrow's Thursday. That means windy and fun stuff. And Gidget will be here. Yep. What's her? Do you remember? Do we know our topic, or are we getting that sprung on us?
We do. Our topic is going to be quotes from 80s movies.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Yes. And right now, do you know where our overall score sits? You're ahead, I think. Aren't you?
If I am, it's only by 1. I think you might be. I thought you actually had the. I thought it was like 3-2 in your favor, but
who knows? Somebody knows. Someone tell us. And I just for funsies, because it's a fun little competition we got going here.
Yes.
But anyway, we'll have that tomorrow. We even have a name.
We both play blindfolded, so no chat room, no.
That's fine. We can totally do that. I would totally do that. No problem. I could totally I'll wear a thing. Plus, we'll look stupid. It'd be great.
We'll look stupid. It's not that I don't trust you. I don't trust me.
Yeah. Well, let's see how it goes.
I'll hide the chat room, but then if somebody does Coverville, blah, then I see a growl in the top corner. I was like, God damn it, I don't want to see that.
Oh yeah, I have all that turned off anyway, just because it would make noise. Do you still use growl, or do you use the built-in thing?
Well, the built-in Apple one.
Oh, okay.
It is my cat's favorite thing, by the way.
Yeah,
like when she hops up on the perch in front of the monitor or the computer, the when those little messages appear and slide off, she like goes bam, 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 like tries to get them on the screen. That's her favorite thing.
I love that. You can never turn that off. Then that's always got to be on.
I can't.
That's
anyway. Why I call it growl, because it's appropriate for the cat.
Oh yeah. Plus, we
even
use
though
that.
It's really the Apple built-in thing.
We used that thing forever, and it was always called growl. It took me a while to get used to it. But well done. They put them out of business basically by integrating it. It's like World of Warcraft mods. Apple. Yep. All right. Anyway, so that's tomorrow. We'll have
trivial things
with our good friend Gidget Von LaRue, all the way from Australia, which is apparently not as on fire as it was, but still sort of on fire, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I
don't know if they have usually in America we talk about percentage contained. I don't know if they do the same thing.
Yeah, probably in whatever metric equivalent there is to percent. No, percentages are the same no matter who you are, right? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
There's no metric percentage. As far as I know.
Right.
Anyway.
Century units. That's 18% units.
There you go. So that'll be tomorrow. Looking forward to it. And of course, we got a PM coming this weekend. If you are interested in getting that particular bonus hour of content, you can get it by joining us at patreon.com/TMS. For everything else, there's frogpants.com/TMS. And people have been saying, "Hey, way to drop the Johnson bomb and then not follow up on it." And I got the tea. I put out a tease on Twitter. There's some imagery with it.
Couple images of tweets that I saw that very very intriguing. Scott, can't wait.
It's gonna be fun. So pay attention.
I've never seen porn done in comic form like that, but I'm really really excited about what's gonna happen.
Well, I was so surprised that none existed. I searched around and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna corner this cartoon porn market. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. When are we gonna watch Heavy Metal on film set? Speaking of which,
we gotta do that soon. Or did we never do that?
We haven't done that. I think a listener even sent us all copies.
Is that why I think we've done it?
Yeah, maybe.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Wait, what did we do? Had John Candy's in that, right?
He is in that, but we definitely have not done Heavy Metal.
I have the weirdest feeling that we've done it, but you're right, we have not.
Yeah.
All right. Well, knowing that, that'll be sometime soon. Okay.
All right.
I think that's everything. You want to do a song? You got a song?
Let's do a song. This one comes to us from Ian. He says, "Hey there, smart and brilliant. It's Ian. I am sci-fi if you're nasty. Now that 2019 has come and gone, 2020 brings another complete revolution and another year older for me. This last year had some major changes and experiences to it, some good, some bad, and some outright unexpected. In conclusion, your longtime Brooklyn dweller is now residing in the Bronx with my girlfriend. With my girlfriend? No, with his girlfriend. Anywho, if you don't mind playing me a ditty on this Tuesday, the 28th, to honor year 36, that would be grand. How about Sean Nelson's cover of Turn On Your Radio by Harry Nilsson? I can definitely see why you like it. Love, Chuck Scarborough." Signed, Ian.
Nice.
Very well done.
Yeah.
So yesterday was his birthday. We didn't have a show yesterday, so I'm doing it now. Happy birthday, Ian. I am sci-fi. This was one of my favorite albums of 2019. Easily one of my favorite cover albums of 2019. It's Sean Nelson who did an entire album covering Harry Nilsson. And so it's called Nelson Sings Nilsson. Get it?
Oh.
Get it?
Is it the whole song? So it's the full Nelson?
It's the full. It's not even a half Nelson. It's a full Nelson.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Indeed, it's a great album, and on there you'll find this cover of "Turn On Your Radio." Here is Sean Nelson.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
Hey, ho, ha, ho!
Jeez.
Ooh, Squirini.
Squirini himself. All right.